Alrighty.
I'm looking around, and pretty much everybody has stopped playing Destiny. Even like Chevy and Glad are like, I miss playing Destiny. I'm like, only I'm playing it right now to get GMs done and help people with raids when they need it, try and get Vex. But if we're not doing either of those things, I'm not playing Destiny, really.
I need to do the Halloween shit.
I was gonna, I just don't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm probably just gonna set up
Bungie
my
says no to grinding useless event.
Yeah, right. Dude, the grind
Fail,
is already
Fail,
fucking
you just
punishing
finished
enough
the
at
grind.
everything.
Exactly.
I
Like,
didn't
you
even
can't
play this
fucking-
last year.
I mean, it's
Like,
like you
grind,
can't
and then you
focus
finish.
most of your weapons, so that your chances of actually getting a perfect 5 out of 5 roll that you want are slim to none. And then they're like, how about you grind this useless event, and then we're gonna make it harder because you grinded it too fast. Even though we don't give you much incentive to grind in the first place. I'm like, I'm just not doing it.
It's not even about like, it's not specifically the event that it happens to. It's like for a while, Destiny's just had a fucking a problem with like how the
not
perks
en-
on
like,
the
that
loot,
was,
like the
not
loot.
enough
Worthy.
loot.
Season of the Worthy is when I just like, you know what, fuck this game, I'm just gonna take a break. And I did.
Right, and
I took
Worthy
a break
was
for the entire
by
thing.
like relative standards, like the relatively recent standards, Worthy was a good season, but just showing how far Destiny's fallen since like Forsaken, like
Yeah.
even during a good season, players were like, dude, there's not enough to, like loot that I
Yeah.
want to keep grinding.
Like, last
this.
season was a good season.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I got
this-
bored in the end, but like it was better. It
dude-
was an improvement for sure.
Like
it's
we're
my
sitting
favorite
here is like
season so far.
pretty much what
Excluding
we're
the original
waiting
3.
for at the moment is either the new dungeon to come out and then for the DLC to come out. And that's pretty much all we're waiting for. But like entirely on top of that, like I'm just sitting here thinking like
What other games can we play?
literally 2 years ago, we got Forsaken and we got Last Wish. Scourge of the Past, fucking big boy piece of shit, fucking Crown of Sorrow. We got all 3 of those raids within the same year.
Plus we got a dungeon.
Now it's like-
Plus we got how many,
We got 2
Strikes?
dungeons.
Strikes.
We got 2 dungeons, dude. I think.
We got a lot of strikes.
No, we got. No, we got Shadowthrone.
I just want a new
Yeah, it's like-
strike, man. I just want a new
Meanwhile,
strike.
like, we're like,
there's not
hey,
enough
can we
loot
have
to
to
incentivize players to come and actually grind
Yeah.
a little bit of content that there
You know
is,
what
and then the
really
content that
drove
there
me
is
to
isn't
actually play
fun.
Destiny when it came out? All the stuff to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. For
I
new
started
players,
playing,
Destiny is still in a very good space. It's just
Yeah.
that they don't add enough to keep players chasing more stuff. Like, you
like
catch
I
up to
started
it,
at the
and then
end
it's
of
boring.
Joker's Wild, or the start
Yeah.
of Black Armory, I can't remember. So,
Yeah,
the, what was Season of Opulence? That was the golden age for Destiny, in my opinion.
yeah. Season of
Yeah.
Opulence is honestly the best season we've had.
Yeah,
Like the best expansion,
agreed.
I think, is Forsaken. But like as far as just like
True.
season by season, Opulence it's just so good.
Yeah.
We got so much shit there.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
That's the only
I'm sitting
season
here, like,
so far that I would have paid more for, if I knew it was gonna be
Like,
that good.
the one. It's really weird, like
Black
thinking.
Armory was pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird thinking that like we got so much shit between Forsaken and Shadowkeep,
Mm.
and now we're like, hey Bungie, can we have
One simple
can we
thing.
have a new raid? Can we have
just
a new
a
raid
crumb
and an
of
old
content.
raid? Yeah, it's like, hey Bungie, can we have a
Can
new
you
raid
just add
and an
a
old
new-
raid?
Can you just
And
add
it's
old
like,
weapons into
no,
the drop pool?
we're either going to bring
I'm
Volg
just
back,
gonna throw
we're just
these
not gonna make a
old
new raid.
strikes and raids at you.
Just give us old shit. That's all we want.
Hey Bungie, can we
Well,
have a
you
new
should.
strike? No, we're gonna take away the Sangled Shore, but we're keeping Warden of Nothing. It's like, what's the point?
The point
What is the point?
these 4 shards to shut up.
No, the whole point of it. I have a feeling that it's exactly the same as why
Look,
they left in.
I understand
Um,
why they're doing it, but I don't like it.
No, it's like
Just
I have a feeling with the Sangled Shore, they're keeping the Warden of Nothing strike
yeah.
because like exactly the same way they kept fucking what is that
Gambit maps.
strike? I guess because they don't want to make any more strikes.
Yeah.
But they still need 6 for a fucking Grandmaster.
It's true. I bet you're right.
And that's the only reason they're keeping Nessus.
Yeah, like watch February. I guarantee February, Warden of Nothing will be in the fucking Grandmaster rotation.
Yep.
Oh,
I
agreed.
bet.
And then they say they have issues with the strike and just be like, yeah, you're not having this anymore, I'm sorry.
And then they're like, you
Yeah.
guys played the strike that we put in the game too much, so we're going to fucking nerf how much you get from it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
It's just not fair.
there's a reason that we go through these strikes so quickly. It's because it's the only thing we've had for the past 6 fucking years.
Months.
Yeah.
Oh, years.
Like, holy shit. Well, 4. Okay, 4. Well, still, like, whatever.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, same difference.
Like, Arms Dealer.
Just feeling
Back,
the
like,
fucking
back
same.
in the day, that would take 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes to do. That was fine. That was cool. Nowadays, I can get it done and dusted within under 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, last time Fail and I ran it earlier today, I think it was like 6 minutes 47 that we did it.
Shit.
It's like, no, you guys are doing it too fast. You're too good at the game. Well, fucking incentivize us playing it more,
Yeah.
please.
One of the
I
things I
love
saw.
this. I
and I've
love
seen,
this game
posts
to
on
bits.
I've seen posts
Like,
on Reddit
fuck.
and YouTube where people make their own weapons, like, really
Yeah.
good quality. It's just like,
Yeah.
Bungie, hire them.
It was
They're
pretty cool.
looking for
Yeah.
work.
I think of it, like recently I saw someone who's like, they wouldn't have to worry about us grinding through their content too fast if they actually gave us content to grind or something like that, or if they made better content. And I was like, dude, it's a shame I can only like this once.
Yeah. Do a mega like.
Like, yeah, the thing that I would love if Destiny gave us a big chunk, like they used to do, give us a big chunk of content.
And just
Have
let
us
us work
do it,
through it
have
at our
it-
own pace.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like it's entire it's exactly what Fallout said. Like Fallout said that like it's not healthy or it's not advisable that I can eat an entire like fucking cake by myself in one sitting.
Yeah.
But no one can tell me that I don't have a right to do so.
Yeah, if I
And
want
it's
to
my
do
own
it
fault.
in a bad way, then let me do it in a bad way.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, is that the way that they do this, they can be like, we don't want you to run out of content in the beginning of the season by grinding it too fast, and then give you less stuff, and then blame it on them, making it feel like less because they want you to not grind through it as fast. It's like, no,
Yeah, and
if you
then
just look at what
because
we've
they
been
want us-
getting, it's been toning down and being stretched
Yeah.
further, and their excuse is
Ex-
that way
exactly,
players don't
the
burn
thing is-
through it faster.
Yeah, so players don't burn through it, but we burn
We
through the
can't.
week. We burn through the week.
Do it all in
burn
one day.
ourselves out, and then in doing that, they us being drip fed content isn't really helping our predicament
Yeah,
at
it
all.
just means that I get on less. I get on 1 day a week now to do all of our random shit
At
that
this
we
point in
need
the
to do,
season,
and
I
then
would
I
probably be around rank
Yeah.
150 in other seasons,
Yeah.
but no, I'm just 80. So I could not be fucked.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm at
I'm-
136. I'm usually at 136 by the end of the season. Because I usually don't do bounties anyway, but this is the only thing that gives me incentive of playing the game, which is playing right into Bungie's hands, because that's what this fucking game is. Bounty simulator.
And for a while, I just kind of was doing the very same thing, and then I was just
So I've
like,
been
why
playing
am
other
I?
games lately.
Yeah, why am I looking for an excuse to continue playing
That's
this game
exactly
when I
right.
love
An
Hunt
excuse.
Showdown and World War Z and Back 4 Blood's even pretty good,
Like-
and Red Dead Online and Risk of Rain. Like, I could be playing a game I want to play rather than feeling like I have to play Destiny. It's like,
That's
I get
right.
I've spent a lot of time into it, I've spent a lot of money into it, but also, like, don't continue making a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. I'm like,
Yeah.
just go do some other shit with your time. And if Destiny's ever worth doing more stuff in, which I'm sure that I'm not sure it will be. I hope it will be. It'll still
Yeah.
be there. And especially considering that the only time that it's really going to be worth doing anything in Destiny is coming up in this next season. Like, you're at light for GMs, you don't need to be any higher. Play some other stuff. And if you feel like coming back and playing Destiny later, it'll be because you want to, not because you
EG,
feel like you gotta.
Yes.
you got Far Cry 5 yet? I mean 6 yet?
No.
Hmm.
I'm saving up for a car and a house deposit, my man.
Okay.
I'm planning on moving soon. I just got to get this new job. So then I'll be putting away like 900 or a grand each week
That'd be pretty nice.
instead of like 900 every 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just,
Kyle, you still alive?
I want to have an excuse to play this game instead of just I play this game because like I'm like you guys. I've said this many times. I'm one of those people that will still return to this game because I love Destiny. It's fun.
Yeah.
I've sunk as much time into this as I
love
would.
the gameplay of it. I love the story of it. I don't like Bungie.
Yeah, there's just I mean like
They need Jesus.
It's less that like I don't like Bungie. It's more like they've just consistently made stupid decisions.
They've changed.
Like my relationship with Destiny and Bungie is like, I guess like I can't remember where I read it, but it was like some sort of Steam
the
review or
girlfriend
something.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that Destiny like playing Destiny is like having being in an abusive relationship. Yeah, you want to leave them sometimes, but you still love them in the end. But then they do shit like this.
Do something really.
And then you
stupid.
wonder if it's really all worth it.
Exactly, but it'll keep you staying around, because it'll. Well, I mean, in terms of that, girlfriend would be sex appeal. In terms of this game, would be loot and incentives and playing with friends. That's my incentive.
Honestly, yeah. But I mean, the loot hasn't for me been super good for a while, and like I'm not worried about not playing with you guys if I'm not playing Destiny. Like Gomez says, this isn't a
that's the
Destiny
thing.
clan.
Like,
this
you
is
get
a clan.
good
So
mods out of the fucking artifact, and then you
I just wish
have
that
disconcertion with like the different seasons of like, yeah, you get a good gun, but it has bad rolls. Next season, you get bad rolls on a really good gun.
I really wish like
Where the
what
fuck
they
is
would do.
Balance.
What they
nothing-
would do with the artifact. Like another thing that I read on Reddit, someone did say that like that we shouldn't be punished for resetting our artifacts.
yeah, considering how many mods are in there.
Yeah. Like it should be at the point where like we go through it instead of like left to right, choose our mods there, go to the next one, choose our mods, and then like try to get to the end for the really amazing mods. Top down, we choose all of we like can go through the entire season picking our mods until we've unlocked all of them. So like every mod in the artifact, perfect, should be good. There'll definitely be ones like focusing lanes and particle deconstruction that people will be like, you need to run these all the time. But then like, come on, Paretic Embrace is just fucking beautiful. I love Paretic Embrace. Like I love being able to be at small health, drop my well, and then my health is on full. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah, but then you can't use it because you need particle deconstruction and focusing lens.
Yeah,
in order to be competitive in endgame.
And then on top of that, like, when I get to the end anyway, there's only 2 buyable slots because I've already spent it on hands-on and fucking sword scavenger or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I like hands-on, but I don't utilize it as much.
It's the fucking biggest sandbox in a game that I've played besides Borderlands, and that's only because Borderlands is randomly fucking generated. So, in reality, it's the biggest sandbox I've ever played in a game that it's the biggest sandbox I've played in a game, all in all, and it still is just lacking in like what you just said.
It's lacking in like the
incentive to use the guns, and you can only use a couple of guns each season because the rest of them don't do anything because they've all been nerfed so hard.
Yeah, like
that's truth.
I sort of miss getting edge transits all the time, personally.
You could at least get good rolls on edge transit.
Yeah, but like then we have like Bad Omens that has been consistent from Forsaken all the way through and hasn't budged or been sunset.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, well, I guess fuck you, bygones. I'm still gonna be salty about that. I'm gonna be salty about. One thing that I'm going to be consistently frustrated with the content vault and sunsetting is my bygones and missing out on Chronicler. 2 things that I'll consistently be upset about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be annoyed that I don't have my what do you call it? Spare rations. I love that fan.
Yeah, as he should be. That was a good gun.
Yeah, I
And
never got
Trust
a
and
good roll in.
all that
Yeah,
shit.
Trust was such a good
Oh yeah,
hand
Trust.
cannon.
They have the
That was my
fucking
crucible
largest
gun.
sandbox ever, but then they limit it themselves through sunsetting, and then they limit you to what you can use because of the seasonal
And then they
mods.
complain that
And then
we've
they
done
blame us.
that we're doing it too much.
Yeah, and they're like, you guys are
Yeah.
using the same weapons, so we're gonna nerf those weapons. Like, it's because it's the only thing you
must
left us to
fucking
use.
weapons.
Yeah, but isn't the idea behind playing a game like this that we can, like, literally the whole reason that they added the armor affinity and all that, like the different mod slots and adding our ghosts not being random roll, like set rolls anymore, for us to be able to customize and
Here's
do
an
all this
idea.
shit. And then Bungie's like, you're customizing a little bit too much there, mate. I think we should stop this.
Here's an
Like,
idea.
what
How about
fucking I want my chicken helmet as my main fucking universal ornament, damn
And
it!
people will still rush to hop on their dick to be like, no, you don't understand. It's good that the multi-million-dollar corporation is fucking you over after you paid for all of this.
Yeah. But then, oh no, you technically never paid for it. It's like, bitch, I would have $60 more than I have than last year. Actually, over here, $100 more because every DLC over here is $100.
Yeah. And, like, I get, don't harass game developers because they just developed a game, but at the same time, it's their job to develop the game. You pay for it. You're allowed to be disappointed, especially when
here's
they're
an
doing
idea.
things like.
How about
if-
they
if-
just like, oh I don't know, take Destiny offline for a year, do shit, and then finally.
But
boom,
then
you've got
people will be
content.
like, what happened to Destiny? Dead game.
Yeah.
I think they should
And then-
definitely, just for a season, not add
mean-
anything and just reevaluate. Like, give us a playlist of all of
Yeah.
our old playlists that we liked, and then work
Cool.
They
on
seriously
So
need to be.
much.
They need to be
Sad
doing. They need to be doing
Probably
that for the next
TF2
6
is
months.
probably getting more
Honestly, yeah.
response than Destiny is because it's
Yeah, I
just like it may be a dead game, but that shit actually fucking
They're getting
works.
content.
Yeah,
They're
but
getting
$1
updates.
million company that actually knows what the fuck they're doing, but chooses to ignore possibly their oldest game.
yeah, dude. The
yet
thing is, like,
still a bit
Team
fan base.
Fortress 2 is like, how old is it? Fucking hell, TF2.
Ancient.
2007 was its alphas.
Fuck,
Hold
14
on,
years.
I typed
It was free
in.
to play till.
Oh.
It was released as free to play in 2012.
Hold on. TF2 release date 10th of October 2007.
Yeah.
14 years. It has been out
Yeah.
for 14. Holy shit! Actually,
Its last update was 3 years ago, and it's
You know, the
still going strong.
yeah, dude. You look at the it's still $65 on Steam. It's
Yeah.
still full price.
Yeah,
Because
it's amazing how
people
when
are
you
still
take care of
buying
the
it.
game and the people who
It's
play
free to
it,
play,
that they'll
though.
stay around.
dude, CS:GO's been going for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's developed in 2001, 2002, or some shit.
Game's
That's
older
still
than
fun.
me.
Yeah, exactly. I've literally lived throughout the entirety of not Team Fortress, the entirety of Counter-Strike, and like, nice. It seems like the player base is still up in like the tens of millions of people playing it, and it's like,
They still get
nice.
content
This is-
drops.
Yeah, they still
And,
get
if
like
you
bit of
actually,
content
like,
drops and shit.
Rather than figuring out ways that you can take things out, so that way you can reissue them later, which just doesn't make any sense anyway. It's kind
No,
of
it
amazing how when you
doesn't.
just leave shit in there. I mean, it's like, I get it. They wanted to make the game smaller. Okay, remove the blue weapons. But at the same time, people are always like, well, Call of Duty has a big game and we don't want big game. Like, yeah, well, people who download Call of Duty know that they're downloading a big game. It's not like it says it's 20 gigs and they download a 200 gigabyte game. It's like,
And
let
also,
it be big.
like, on top of that as
and I'll
well, the people
download
that download, on top of that as well, the people that download Call of Duty will still buy the next game a year
Oh,
later
Mhm.
for the same price and the same fucking size.
Yeah.
They'll just
you don't even
delete-
have to sunset that.
Like, they'll delete Modern Warfare just to download
Modern
fucking
Warfare 2.
Vanguard.
Dude,
Yeah, and then then next year, after Vanguard is released and they've spent $120 on that, not including microtransactions now, they'll spend another additional $120 on fucking Call of Duty Kill the Pope or some shit.
Call of Duty Kill the Pope. Yeah.
And people still feel like Activision is doing amazing. Triage Games is amazing. Like, FIFA!
Oh,
FIFA.
for fuck's sake.
Right,
Like,
and I'm not
like,
saying that people
FIFA.
should buy Destiny each and every year, which I know you're not saying either. Like, that they should release a new Destiny every year, but it also shows that, like, a game company can continue to develop content at that level, enough for a new game for that year, you know, and
Like, if
still
they-
the player base will show up and pay for
Like,
it if it's good
If
content.
they're doing that, like, literally, what, 6-7 months ago or something? Actually, yeah, no, hold on. This was like about a year ago at this point. Bungie released literally like a snapshot trailer, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, then the final, not the final shape, Lightfall, and now they're saying, fucking the final shape. That's 3 expansions. You know how many seasons 3 expansions is? That is 15 more seasons. That's around 15 more seasons. And it's like, nice. I'm gonna be 24, playing Destiny, which it'll look completely different in. It'll look completely different in 3 years than it does now. Because I look back at 2017, I'm like, fuck, I feel old. Because
And I wonder
feel like
if it's
that
gonna
old.
if it's gonna actually come to fruition, or I have no doubt Destiny will still be around then, but I wonder like if they continue on this track record, they're just not gonna have the population to support as big of a DLC as
Oh, no,
the
they won't.
population wants anymore,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse.
I just
Gonna be D1 levels.
Yeah, I mean, dude, D1's population, because of the way Destiny 2's going, D1's population has started skyrocketing.
Is
People
it
go,
really?
like-
Imagine being so
Yeah, dude.
stingy and such
People
a
are bad.
just corporation that you and Bungie split, and the Activision and Bungie split, and somehow you've managed to do a worse job than Activision. I have never seen that
That's
before.
sad.
That Activision is somehow, I wouldn't say Activision is the good guy or did a better job.
No.
But the whole point of splitting
But
from
they at least
Activision,
helped.
the whole point of splitting from Activision was so that way they could go and develop the game how they wanted to develop it without being under the
And
nose
then
of
they don't
Activision.
develop it.
Yeah, and then they
It's
did
a-
this.
It's literally like the fucking the wife conundrum, like Activision being the wife,
Look at Far Cry.
Bungie
I will
being
buy this game every single
like
year.
Bungie being the fucking husband in that thing. Like they divorce, moves out. He goes into a little 1-bedroom apartment and has shit lying all over the floor, and he's like, "Yeah, this is better. This is nice. This is free. This is what freedom is." And then everyone's just like, "FBI, open up!" Like, that's the Destiny community right there.
This
Yeah.
is like, well, if you've noticed, the games that like I've been playing recently, besides Destiny, are for the most part at least older. Maybe not old, but certainly older. A lot of them are old games, and it's just because the developers still show interest in
They
making
still support it.
something rather than triple dipping into the community by asking them to pay for a DLC and then a season and then all of the cosmetics and then grind it
Such
in
a
a system that doesn't let you actually, in a way that doesn't actually let you focus what you're grinding for. You're just hoping that all 5 things that you want on that weapon are going to be exactly what you want, or that armor are going to be exactly what you want. Whereas when you look at like Elite Dangerous or Hunt Showdown or something like that,
Borderlands.
those games are, those games are still going strong because they haven't done what is obviously and what everybody said was a bad idea from the start. And gone down that hole. I mean, like World War Z is an older game. They just released an actual like full-on expansion that included the past expansions. Like the game was $30, and for $60 you get the game and every single expansion and cosmetic before that, and the new expansion.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, the thing is, Bungie did that in D1 with Rise of Iron, but they made it physical copy only, I think. They didn't do that with digital copy. It was only physical copies that you could get, like the light pack. With,
Yeah.
like Dark Below, House of Wolves, King's fucking Taken King, and Rise of Iron.
I mean, like, how old is Risk of Rain 2 at this point? I mean, that game's been
Risk
out
of
for
Rain's
a few years, I know. And
Yeah.
they're about to release another full expansion. World War Z just did Red Dead Online. I mean, they don't support it that well, but like I still play that game because it's actually still fun. They haven't removed the roles from that game.
Yeah, Risk of Rain has been out since 2019. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and Red Dead Online was
even though I
2018,
think that
I believe. And Elite was 2012.
Next year.
Really?
I believe.
Elite's beta dropped in 2012. The full game actually released in 2014.
Even then.
I started playing in 2016.
Like, then again, like, I would also say, like, Bungie sort of need to shape up a little bit. Like, quite a whole lot. I'm not going to say that they're going to turn into, like, Rockstar or something. But with the pace that's being set, it feels like that Destiny 2 will turn into GTA, except, you know, without the population of it.
Yeah.
And that's really what's keeping GTA afloat right now is
the population in online.
It's the fact that people get on and then play the game and then buy shark cards is really what it is, because they've inflated it so much.
Yeah.
They've inflated the prices so much that you can just do that.
Like,
yeah, and you
Yeah,
I remember
I literally on
playing.
stream, Frank and I were playing, and I spent $200 on fucking shark cards just to even get ahead in the game. And now all I do is spin the daily wheel, fly around in an oppressor, and I do nothing else. That's all I do. I barely even shoot at people. I just fly around in an oppressor because that's like, I got an oppressor now. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. Why would you do anything else?
Why would I do anything else?
Yeah.
I'm still like on my way to 100%ing the campaign, but GTA 5 story is fucking amazing. It's just that I can't share that with anyone else. Yeah, exactly.
Red Dead story is also, I played them both.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a good story, play the Red Dead campaign for the love of God.
The only difference, like for me, between my enjoyability with GTA story and my enjoyability, actually no. My only thing, like, the only difference between my enjoyability with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption is that Red Dead has the better online.
It certainly does.
I do have, like, a lot of gripes.
Like, people are lawful there.
Yeah. Like, I do have the little gripes. Like, GTA 5, with the campaign, like, the glitches and that are really weird. But they're more noticeable in Red Dead because the story is literally, like literally twice as long.
And twice as good.
The campaign for the campaign for GTA 5. Yeah. Like for GTA 5, the campaign's like 17 to 20 hours long. Red Dead's a 40-hour campaign. And like it's fun, it's amazing, but like, the online is what really sells Red Dead for me. And, like fucking Matto, Dark Viper, you can, like, go at me all day about Red Dead being, like, inferior to GTA. But, like, in terms of online, I've had more fun playing with friends on Red Dead than I've had playing with anyone on GTA.
Because you're not going to get killed by some 8-year-old with his mom's credit card.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. Like
you might get killed by griefers, but that's pretty rare even. And for the most part, you're just there to ride horses and have a good time.
25 to 75 chance, where on GTA it's 90 to 10.
Yeah. I will also say, like, it's a little bit like Red Dead. I'm actually good at Red Dead Online, but with GTA, the only thing that makes me good is that I have an oppressor, and if I die with it, I'm done. Like, that's just me.
GTA
personally.
used to be super good. It's just it kind of got in its own way.
After
it got inflated.
I think just after the heists, like just Yeah, just after the heists
That
came
was kind
out,
of the beginning of
it
the
got a
end.
little
Everything
bit.
was so expensive, but you could actually still manage it. But then after that, it just things got. Now it's like if you want the cool Halloween motorcycle, it's $2 million in-game dollars for a base motorcycle that you then have to go and upgrade, or else the tires will explode when someone shoots at you.
Yeah, or $23 with a shark card. Like.
And that's the thing. That's what Red Dead really did better, is that there is a microtransaction currency that is relatively easy to earn if you actually grind the game, and there is money that is relatively easy to earn if you actually grind the game. Like if you don't get on that often, you're not going to be able to do either. But if you get on and actually play consistently, then you can earn either of them. But since the two currencies are separate, you don't have that awful inflation of we have to start charging more money for these things because they're better, but then the next DLC comes out, we're trying to make better things, so we have to charge more for that, but it's all one currency that you can buy, just very quickly turns into pay to win.
And the way I'm gonna compare, I know there's massive taboo, but I'm gonna compare Warframe to Destiny 2 for a second. Warframe has platinum. You can earn it in game, you can trade it, it's a currency, it's a microtransaction. All of it looped into one creates a really diverse pool of I have this item, how much plat do you have for this item? It's like a set rate in fluxes up and down, like a stock market sort of thing. That's fun. I like that. I can buy Loki Prime for 2700 plat, but then I can also do the exact same thing by buying it through microtransactions. It's just that if I have that plat, I can buy it anyway. But it takes it's also a grind, and it also takes a while, but there's also different materials. So there's the microtransaction side of it, but then you can also get it from someone else who already has it, and you can also get the materials to make it yourself in time.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to.
It's nice, but I also don't play Warframe enough because my time is divided between Destiny, playing other games with you guys, and Halo. Obviously.
A good step in the right direction for Destiny would be to add 1,000 silver to each of the season passes, like literally every other season pass does. You earn enough of the currency, so that way you can get the next season.
Instead of adding a fucking buy pack where it's here you get for $20 you get an emblem and 1,100 silver. It's an emblem, a ghost, a fucking emote,
but then you
whatever
still have to buy that season. You bought the season and then you have to buy that pack so you can have enough stuff.
Honestly,
to get the next season.
I think the season
even
pass
Fortnite will give you fucking enough V-Bucks to get the next season pass.
Honestly, I think the season pass trend. Oh, good, Mr. Catcher.
Right. Cheers.
I think
have a good night.
Have a good night, man.
So bad.
Yeah, I think the season pass trend that has been going on in video games recently is a blight on the fucking industry.
There's a lot I like having the pass to grind, but I don't like the seasonal model. I don't like the whole we don't have to give you a whole lot here because we're going to give you stuff later, which is also not going to be a lot. But I like having the pass each season to get some extra loot. Yeah.
When it comes to season pass, I think obviously me being a little biased, I think Halo Master Chief Collection has a really good concept for that entire thing. For the season pass.
If they've changed it since I last played, I'll completely agree with you.
No, they haven't.
They
haven't.
When I first started.
Yeah. Because you do challenges, you get points. You spend those points on the seasonal things, but you can also earn them with different rank stuff. But then on top of that, if you missed out on season 6, and you go from season 1 and 2, but then you skip 3, 4, 5. And then you come back at season 6. 3, 4, and 5 are still there for you to get anything on anyway.
It's not too bad.
Go through and grab anything. I've been mix matching the season pass stuff, so then I'm not going from the 1 all the way to 100, and then, or I guess it's 1 to 30 for Halo for MCC, but I can go from season 1, grab like 3 items, and then go up to season 7 and grab 3 or 4 items. And then that's my entire, like, that's for me personally. Like, I'm just mix matching each of the seasons, grabbing the stuff that I like, that I want, and then using them. And then I'm not even touching the season stuff. But then, like, I know a lot of people that have been going through it and grinding out all the stuff, grinding out all of the challenges. Challenges are good. They got a shitload of XP. Like Pro Ace Joker, I fucking love him. One of the people that like I watch on Twitch and like have talked with about Halo and Destiny and all of that, and he grinds the fuck out of Halo because he's like at one point held the entire full game legendary world record for speedrunning Halo 4, and also I think Halo 3 at some point. So yeah, obviously like had a couple of discussions with him, but like he grinds the fuck out of it, and I commend that personally. But like I lost my train of thought. Where was I at? Oh yeah, just long story short, Halo Infinite has a really good like season pass structure. You're able to get older stuff, you're able to get newer stuff, and then it doesn't really take much play and much grinding. It's like a few things, like they have seasonal challenges, weekly PvE, weekly PvP. You can just mix and match of all those, and it works pretty well.
Do you all notice that none of the seasonal armor from past seasons is in the Eververse engrams? It's like that you can earn from the past. You can get all the old emotes and get all the old ships and get all the old sparrows, but you can't get any of the old armor.
The old armor and also season pass emotes, I believe. I mean,
yeah, season pass emotes you can't get.
Yeah.
You know, like the sword clash one, you can't get that one at all.
Yeah. That's the one seasonal emote I met, because every other season I've hit over 100. Undying was the only season that I haven't hit 100. I think I got to 86 and I was just not good enough at doing it.
I just barely made it. When they first added those in, I've just barely made the 100 level.
Because like we didn't know how to grind it.
Yeah, exactly.
We just didn't know
I mainly
bounties
grinded
and all
that season because it was Vex ornaments.
Yeah, those were
And
cool.
I
Those
loved
are still some of the best looking ornaments out there.
I never got the helmet, unfortunately.
Like the hunter cloak for that one is sweet. The warlock robes
the hunter
are
armor
great.
in general looks nice.
I'll be right back, y'all.
All good.